How you doing, YouTube? It's your boy Bentox Chelsea, and I am back with another video. Sorry for being 2 months out of videos. I have been working at Goodwill for 2 months, for a month now, and for today's video, I'll be having my you've seen him in other videos, Tyler Speed. We're gonna be doing our World Cup predictions. We start Sunday. World Cup starts Sunday. We'll open up with Qatar and Ecuador. So yeah, when he gets onto stream, we'll start from there. I got my Blue Jacket jersey on because the only thing I have close to Red, White, and Blue is this jersey. And there's Tyler right there. How are you, Tyler?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. So, first of all, before we do our World Cup predictions, what are your thoughts on the Ronaldo situation?
Oh, Ronaldo at Man U.
Yep.
I think I can't remember who said it, but it was Rooney who said it. I think that Cristiano's just having trouble coming to terms with his age. I mean, he's 37,
38.
Yeah, I mean it's you can't play forever, and he's been incredible. It's amazing that he's been as dominant as he has been. But I mean, all good things got to come to an end, and I think he's just having a hard time accepting his own mortality, I guess.
It just came out on ESPN today, saying after Portugal was thus informed that he is not welcome back at United's training ground in Carrington, Manchester, after tournament Qatar, and they are Sky Sports has been informed Man U are trying and preparing to terminate his contract with no buyout.
I don't know who they're going to end up. I mean, I don't know who would want to sign him.
He's probably going to go to MLS.
I could see that. I mean, that'd be the best money move for him probably, and teams in the MLS would take him for who he is.
And you're going to want that in your front line for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's definitely better than every striker in the MLS besides maybe Vasquez and Brenner, but
for him. Now on to the group stage. So Group A, we got pull up the groups.
Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I know our group.
That's pretty much how I know as well. So Group A, we got Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, and Netherlands. So who do you got at the winner?
For Senegal and who else?
Netherlands.
Holland.
Who do you got winning?
I mean, clearly the Netherlands has to be the favorite in the group. They have, I mean, you've got Virgil van Dijk leading the back line. You've got good attackers. You got Depay.
Gakpo.
Yeah, Gakpo, who actually I heard something about Man United should go for him.
I won't be surprised.
But yeah, I mean they've got a good squad. Senegal, I would have picked second until you get the news about Sadio Mane.
Yeah.
And Mendy's not even starting for Chelsea anymore.
He has been, but I thought when Kepa was starting and he was banned for all that time, he would just clean up his act, be better on his feet, and nothing has changed. So the goalkeeping.
Mendy is a more imposing, physical stature, but I mean, it's Senegal. I mean, Senegal's still got a decent team. You still got Kalidou Koulibaly and Idrissa Gueye, and you've got Ismaila Sarr. I mean, they've got a lot of talented.
I forgot about Sarr.
They've got a lot of talented players. So I think they should still finish second. I mean, I think you obviously probably have to pick Qatar to lose.
They're going to finish bottom. The only way they're in, and I told this to my brother, as you know him, So if we're hosting the World Cup in 4 years,
Mhm.
we should get automatic qualification then, so we don't have to worry about the qualification games.
Yeah, but it's going to be interesting how they do that with it being United States, Mexico, and Canada, because they can't give all three of us
True.
auto bid. You know.
Yes, just since we're in the same confederation.
Hmm.
That is a good point. Did you hear about Qatar bribing 7 Ecuadorian players to lose the match?
I did not hear about that, but that doesn't surprise me.
Qatar, it says exclusive coming from a Qatar journalist. Qatar bribed 8 Ecuadorian players, 7.4 million, to lose their opener 1-0 second half goal. 5 Ecuador insiders confirmed this. We hope it's false.
Wow.
We hope sharing this effect will outcome. The world should oppose FIFA corruption.
It should. I mean, they should. Well, first of all, the World Cup shouldn't be in Qatar in the first place.
Yeah.
I could go on for a long time about why they don't deserve it and why it's corrupt and it's shady that it's in Qatar, but we're past that point. Complaining about that's not going to change anything. So, we could talk all day about it, but it's not.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not surprised that Qatar would do something like that. I mean, it's interesting that they went after like Ecuador or something. You'd think like, I don't know, maybe they bribed like
Netherlands.
The Ecuador because the Netherlands, yeah, but all the Netherlands players already make a ton of money anyways because they're all in high end leagues and so the Ecuadorian players might not make as much money as them. I'm sure they don't. So it would probably be more effective to bribe someone who could use the money more than someone who was already worth millions.
Yep.
But yeah, if I had to pick the group, I'd go Netherlands 1, Senegal 2, Ecuador 3, Qatar 4.
Yep. Now we got Group B, which goes to England, Iran, USA, Wales. So if Jordan said it will be USA and Wales, which if England does not make it, that's Southgate's job.
I like to root for England because I like the Premier League.
Yeah.
But I don't like Gareth Southgate at all. I think it's absolutely ridiculous to bring Harry Maguire in
and take out Tomori
and leave out Tomori and leave out Tammy Abraham too because if you want to talk about form and stuff, I guess Tammy hasn't been good. He's been maybe not as good the last couple of weeks, but I don't know. I'm glad James Maddison got called up.
Yeah, if he didn't get called out, I was mad.
Yeah, but to call Maguire up and then not call or to replace like Tomori, I just think that's a bit ridiculous.
And Maguire's been on the bench for how long? And get him benched by a midget like Lisandro Martinez?
Martinez has played well.
He is, but for real. And you got Varane, you got Lindelof playing all over him.
Yeah, he's if I was Ten Hag, he would be my fourth choice.
Yeah.
Back. But this is our group, right? We're talking about our group.
Yep, England, Iran, USA, Wales. Iran should be a clean win. Wales might be a test. Sadly, I got to work during the Wales game.
It's gonna be. Yeah, it's. You're gonna have. I think that England are your favorites, obviously, but that second spot. I agree with you. Iran should be
2-0 easily.
Yeah, but you never know how these things go because everyone, you're on the biggest stage, so everyone you play is gonna be giving you their shots. If you're not on it and they are, anybody can beat anybody.
That is true.
And I don't think you need to. I don't think, especially for the USA. This is a big tournament for us.
Yeah.
You got a lot of Christian Pulisic is starting to enter into his prime, and he's gonna show us what he's really all about. We're gonna.
We got Adams, Aronson,
McKennie, got Jesus Ferreira. You got.
Yep. I'm upset Vasquez didn't get the call up.
But my point is that we're really young, and we're going to see really like these are when these players are starting to. Gio Reyna's young.
Gio
is going to be a star one day.
Who?
Josh Sargent, I think, is going to be really good one.
Yeah.
His little scorpion kick versus.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That
was awesome.
Yeah.
But we're really going to see what they're made of. Because I don't think you can go into this tournament and take anyone lightly. So I think your opening game. Was Iran's first game, right?
Wales.
Oh, we play Wales first. Well, yeah, and even then, Wales has. I mean, Gareth Bale is still Gareth Bale, and he's a big game player.
He scored an insane header over a 6-foot defender against Philadelphia.
He just. I mean, it's insane to me how this man took so. I mean, he just goes and performs. Like it's crazy. Gareth Bale is my idol.
Yeah.
But no, he's I like Gareth Bale, but it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see who. I feel like it should be England number one, Iran in last, and then I mean I think USA and Wales are going to have to fight it out. But I'm going to pick the United States. I think that the fact that the next World Cup is going to be on our home turf, like you want to leave with a good showing, and the last two cups we've made it out of the group stage.
Yep.
So I mean I don't think you don't want to go backwards. I mean, I think the bare minimum is make it out of the group stage. I think that's your bottom line, and I think even beyond that, I think you want to make it, to the quarterfinal at least, because you want to prove that Christian Pulisic can be a leader. You want to prove that, your midfield of Weston McKennie, Tyler Adams, Brendan Aronson are the real deal.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how Matt Turner plays in the net, because he hasn't really got much playing time this year. I don't think he's played since like October.
No, he's playing in the Europa League for him.
No, I think it's been like a little over a month though.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Played. So,
But you're playing teams like Bodo Glimt, Zurich, and when you played, but when they lost 2-0 against PSV, that was Ramsdale. So he's put up 2 clean sheets and made 3 big saves. And I watched the Arsenal games to watch Matt Turner specifically, and to watch him lose sometimes.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see how he performs. He's made 3 good saves. That's about it.
I mean, yeah, Wales is going to be a tough team. I think that all around we have more talent than they do. I think in that game, Gareth Bale is probably the best player on the pitch.
Yep.
I mean, you could make an argument that, until we see, yes, he's older. Until we see what we've seen from Bale, from Pulisic, I think you have to consider Bale the better player.
Yep.
But I think after that, the USA is a lot more well-rounded. I think that we have talent all over the pitch, and I think that we should be able to score some goals on them.
True.
So, yeah, that's my pick. I think you got England and USA going through from that group.
Group C, we got Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. Mexico's open with Saudi Arabia, I think, and Argentina opens with Poland.
You have to think that
Mexico's in group of death.
Yeah, I mean that's tough for them because and Mexico has not played good recently.
No,
they have not. They are in bad form, and this is not the time you want to be playing your worst.
You're gonna be going against Messi and Lewandowski.
I mean, I think Argentina wins all 3 games.
Yeah, that's true.
I think they go through easily. I think Saudi Arabia loses all their games. So I think, I'm not going to say Mexico doesn't have a chance, but I mean, it's just hard to see them beating Poland, and because they're going to have to beat Saudi Arabia, which I think they will.
Yeah, that's no doubt.
And they're going to have to beat either Poland or Argentina, and I'm not confident that they can.
I think Poland will be at least a draw, possibly best.
But I mean, if you go 1-1-1, that's not. I mean, you might. I don't think you're going to get through.
No. 4 points. 3.
It might come down to goal differential between.
Yeah.
We'll see. If I had to make my pick, I'd pick Argentina and Poland.
That's right. In Group D, we got France, Denmark, Tunisia, and Australia. France, Denmark for me.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty easy one there. I don't know much about Tunisia, so I can't really speak much. I couldn't name a single player on their team. But it is cool to see, a team like that in the World Cup that doesn't have an automatic qualifying. I mean, I know Oceania doesn't have so many great teams and stuff, but Australia too. I mean, I think that Australia could maybe turn some heads. They're not the worst team. I mean, and like I said, everyone's going to be coming into this tournament trying their absolute best.
True.
So, it just takes, a few things to go your way. The ball bounced the right way a couple times, and then we could have an upset. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
All right.
Hold up. Down here. Come on. right, I'm back.
And France has been with an injury with Nkunku being out, a Chelsea target.
Yeah, I saw that. He's going to cost at least $100 million.
Yep. I doubt he comes since we're for him.
Yeah. Yeah. France and Denmark have to be your clear favorites here. I'd be very surprised if, they both go through. And I think that's an easy group for both of them.
And Ericsson got the call up, which is very, very rare. When we saw him go down with the cardiac, we thought he would have played soccer again, and here he is playing for Manchester United.
Yeah, he's been good. I mean, I hate that he went to Manchester United because I wanted to root for him.
Yeah.
It was really cool to see him get back on the pitch for, I think, was it Brentford last season?
Yeah, and he scored against us. No, shocker.
Yeah, that's it. You can't not like Christian Eriksen, especially
after what happened.
Yeah, it's great that he's playing, and you've seen guys like that's why you got to enjoy it. I mean, and with anything in life, I mean, like look at Enoch Mwepu from Brighton. He's 24, 25.
23, yeah, and he had to retire.
Yeah, and he can't ever play. I mean, so I hope, when he did play, he took it all in and enjoyed it, because, nothing's guaranteed. So, and I'm sure Christian Eriksen understands that as well. So
yeah,
that's another thing is, I mean, it's probably his last hurrah too for the World Cup.
Yeah.
So, he's going to want to have a good showing as well. And in France, you got to look at France has a lot of injuries. I mean, they're in a weak group, but I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how in the later stages, if
no Conte,
no Pogba, like it's going to be interesting.
So their midfield is going to be exploited, and they're going to come the group easily. But when it comes to knockout stages,
they're going to be young and inexperienced.
Yeah, they're going to be exploited easily.
They're going to need guys like Benzema to really hold it down.
Yep. Probably as a center attacking midfielder, put him in the midfield.
Yeah.
And hold up play.
They do have some talent, though. So
they do. Group B, another boring group. You got probably not boring. Spain, Germany, Japan, and Costa Rica. If you go back to Japan, Belgium 4 years ago, Japan was up 2-0, and Belgium makes a great comeback, scoring at the depth to win it and go through to the quarterfinals.
And Costa Rica is always a shocking team.
Yeah.
They made the quarterfinal, almost the semifinal, I think, in 2014 or.
Yep. They played. I think they played in a shootout versus Brazil.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Brazil.
This is a good group.
Yeah, it's Spain, Germany, Japan, Costa Rica. Yeah, pretty good.
I think Germany wins this group. I think Germany wins it because of their experience, because of like all the talent they have. They're probably one of the most well-rounded teams in the tournament. As far as I know, I don't think they have too many injury issues that I've heard of, which is big because a lot of teams are dealing with that.
Yep.
So I think cards are falling into place for Germany. And I mean, it's hard to not pick Germany in this tournament because we've seen them do so many pretty ridiculous things in the World Cup. So,
yeah,
I don't know if they'll beat anyone 7-1 this time, but
no.
I think you have to pick Spain, but I mean, I'm not going to count the Japanese out.
Yeah, don't count them out.
I think the Japanese are a very good team, and I think they can. I mean, they could find their way in this group. I think they could, end up stealing a spot. I do.
And in Group F, you got Belgium, Canada, Morocco, and Croatia.
That's a good one. That's a good group too. I mean, Croatia's getting older. They're still a great team. I saw actually the only other national team I've ever seen play besides the United States was Morocco because that's who they played. They weren't impressive. That was a 3-0 thrashing for the U.S. Yeah. Canada's got some talent. I mean, Jonathan David's a great striker.
Alphonso Davies.
You've got Alphonso Davies, Stefan Estaquiao in the midfield. I mean, they've got a decent team for Canada. So I think I would pick Belgium to win it. and I'm going to go in an upset here and pick Canada to take second
Oh, wow.
over Croatia. I think now don't quote, like, I mean, I obviously, like, if Croatia wins the group or finishes second, I wouldn't be like surprised. It wouldn't be, a unfathomable outcome, but I think Canada's young. I think they're in the same kind of shoes the United States are. It's like, the World Cup's going to be here next time, and you don't want to host a World Cup and have it, like, just lay an egg in the previous one. You want to come in on a good note.
Yep. In Group G, you got this is going to be Brazil going through, but depends who's going second. Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon.
Good group too. I mean, yeah, I think you got to pick Brazil to win, but I mean, Serbia is a tough team, and Cameroon's good too. I mean, and you really can't ever count out Switzerland. Switzerland has had some good players. I mean, you got Chaka. I don't know if Shaqiri still is playing or he got called up, but
he got called up.
Yeah, I don't know beyond Brazil. I think I would have to pick Serbia. I mean, you've got Dusan Blahovic, who's a stud. You've got Milinkovic Savic, who's a wonderful midfielder. I can't remember who their keeper is right now, but I mean they're pretty good all over the pitch.
Mm-hmm. In the last group, you got Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and Korea Republic.
Man, that's a good one too.
Ronaldo said if Portugal wins the World Cup, he'll retire.
Yeah, I know. and it would be cool. I mean, I don't know. I'm looking at this one and Ghana's a good team. They always perform well in the World Cup. Uruguay, the winners of the first ever World Cup. You've got Luis Suarez on his last hurrah.
Nunez.
Darwin Nunez, who's been in excellent form. I love how much flack he gets because he's scoring goals at a good rate now, and he's picked it up, and that's a good thing for Liverpool and a good thing for Uruguay. And then Korea, you've got Son, who I think is one of the best players on the planet.
He might be going to a transfer too. I heard
he should if he ever wants to. I don't think you could. If you're in Tottenham for your whole career, you're probably gonna have a pretty dusty trophy cabinet.
Yep.
I don't know. I think you got to pick Portugal to win. I think they're just the most well-rounded. I don't think the Ronaldo distractions will affect them as much.
But the Bruno Fernandes chemistry with him probably will affect it.
I don't know about that. Another Portugal, you got Joao Felix. He needs to get out of Atletico. But they've got a lot of, great Diogo Jota. They've got Ruben Diaz. I mean, Cancelo. They're really good.
Yeah, well, Patricio is your goalkeeper.
I thought they were gonna do what's that other guy's name? I don't know.
Who they saw?
No, I want to say it was Diogo something. I can't remember, but yeah, second place though. I mean, that's when it gets interesting because I think any one of these teams could take second. I really do. I think any one of these teams could really win the group. You want to see an African team get through. I think it's, Africa is such a huge part of football, and I don't think that that's reflected enough.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Korea is a great team, and I would honestly I think that Uruguay is going to get through this just because of their quality, and they still have a solid back line. I think I would have to go Uruguay or Ghana, but I think I'm going to pick Uruguay in this case.
So on to the knockout stages. The first knockout stage will be the Netherlands versus USA.
See, and this is a nightmare for the United States. I mean, but that's the thing, once you get past the group stages, every team's going to be good. You're not going to get any easy games from here on, I think the Netherlands takes this.
And do you think Berhalter gets sacked or does he not?
Who?
Berhalter.
If he makes it out of the group stages, I don't think so. If he loses now, if he gets blown out of the water by the Netherlands and we get embarrassed, then yeah, possibly. But if he goes, if they get out of the group stages and he puts up a good fight, or even maybe beats the Netherlands, then I think that he has a chance to keep his job. But yeah, I don't see the USA being talented enough right now or experienced enough to beat a team like the Dutch.
And so down to round 16, match 2, you got Argentina versus Denmark.
That'll be a fun one to watch. It'll be a really fun game to watch. I think you got to pick Argentina. I think for Messi's last ride, that whole team's going to be playing their hearts out. Messi's going to be playing his heart out. I mean, Argentina is a team I don't want to face in this tournament right now. I don't think anybody wants to. I mean, you normally don't ever want to play Argentina anyways, but I think especially now they're just that's a nightmare matchup for anybody.
And onto the match 3, you got England versus Senegal.
I think England takes this.
And you'll see Mason Mount finding the weak side of Mendy since they train and play together.
Yeah, and in Senegal, like I said, not having Sadio Mane is going to hurt them so bad. I think if they have Mane, they have a legitimate chance in this game, just because he's so dangerous. But I think without him, they don't really. I don't think they match up to a team like England.
Match 4, round 16, you got France versus Poland. So Benzema versus Lewandowski.
That'd be a fun one too. I mean, I think you got to give this one to France just because of the squad depth. And, Poland is a great team. I just don't think that they're not as deep as France is.
Yep. And you got match 5 to round 16. You got Germany versus Canada.
Just like for the U.S., I think that Canada has a good team, and I think it's a disappointment if either of us don't make it out of the group stages. I think that we both should. But then, you get onto these parts of the tournament and you're playing teams like the Netherlands, you're playing Germany, you're playing Brazil, I don't think that Canada has enough talent to stand up to a team like Germany. I mean, like I've said a couple of times, anything is possible. I think, you have one bad game, someone has one good game, anything can happen. But Germany is just, I mean, they're one of those teams like Argentina. You just don't want to play them because they're so good and they have that winner's mentality,
Yes, sir. So on to match 6, you got Brazil versus Uruguay. That's going to be a good one.
Neighbors. Yeah, that would be a good one. I mean, I would love to see Uruguay go through. I want to see Luis Suarez have a good World Cup. I want to see Darwin Nunez continue his form and stay healthy and come back to Liverpool in good form. But I think you got to hand this one to Brazil. I mean, this, Brazil, for teams like, you look at Brazil, Germany, Argentina, like France even, like it's either win the tournament or it's a disappointment. Like if you don't win the tournament, you're disappointed.
Yep.
So, I mean, it would be a major disappointment to lose in the round of 16.
Mm-hmm. And it's going to be another good one, Belgium versus Spain.
That's a really good one too. I'm going to give this one to Belgium. I mean, I think that you got Lukaku up top. You got De Bruyne, who's the best midfielder in the world, possibly, on the planet, or best midfielder in the Premier League, possibly in the world. I mean, I would go out and say that De Bruyne is on the level of Gerrard, Lampard, Scholes, all those guys. I would say that he's a Premier League legend at this point. And I'm obviously a Liverpool fan. My team would have so many more trophies over the last 5 years if it wasn't for that man.
Yeah, for real.
We would have at least one more Premier League title if it wasn't for him. At least, probably two. But so yeah, I really dislike Kevin De Bruyne because he doesn't play for my team.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, I think there's no way he lets Belgium lose right now. And in Spain, Spain's fantastic, and they're going to be really, really dangerous in the next World Cup. I think because they have a lot of really young players who are going to be, absolute stars.
Pedri and Yave.
Yeah, and Ferran Torres, and I mean, I think Spain's going to continue their tradition of just excellent teams, but I think they're a little bit young. They're not quite ready yet. So I think that going up against a team like Belgium, who I think Spain probably is a deeper team, but I think just, Belgium with that, win now star power that they have, but another thing is, Spain could get some goals in this game.
Mhm.
Belgium's defense isn't what it used to be. So, I mean, it's not impossible. I just think that Kevin De Bruyne doesn't let it happen.
Yeah, the weaker side of Belgium is their defense because their attack is strong with Hazard, Lukaku. They're right. I don't know. The right wing. Is Mertens still playing? Dries Mertens?
I'm not sure. I know that he's I think he is playing, but I don't think he's even in the Italian league anymore. I don't know if that's brought up or not, but I'd have to look that up.
See.
We got Portugal and Serbia next.
Yeah.
I think you give it to Portugal. I like Serbia.
Dries Mertens plays for Galatasaray.
For who?
Galatasaray, that team in Turkey.
Oh, that's right. He's still playing at a decently high level then. No, Portugal, I mean, at this point, yeah, anything less than winning the tournament is a disappointment, especially for Ronaldo. I don't think Portugal is going to win the tournament, but I think that they won't fall out this early. Serbia is a great team. I think Portugal's a little bit better, a little bit deeper. But I mean, it's going to depend. I mean, Vlahovic is a great goal scorer, and he could cause some problems for their defense.
On to the quarterfinals. The first quarterfinal will be Netherlands versus Argentina.
That'll be a fun game to watch. I think that I'm going to give this one to Leo in Argentina. I think the Netherlands is a great team. They're not as deep as Argentina, I feel like. I think the best player for the Netherlands is Virgil van Dijk, and I don't think Virgil van Dijk is as good as he was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And that hurts me to say, but I mean, he's still fantastic. He's still one of the best center halves in the world. I don't know if he is the best center half in the world anymore. He was at one time for sure, but he's I think that Argentina and Messi power through this one to get to the semifinals.
And on the quarterfinal 2, the rematch of the World Cup final in 2014, Germany versus Brazil.
Well, I don't think it's going to be 7-1, but I do think Germany's going to win this game. That's going to be a tough one. I mean, Brazil is great. I mean, I think Neymar is criminally and it's weird to say underrated, but I don't understand how he isn't talked about in the conversation of best ever.
Martinelli. Yep, Martinelli.
And Martinelli, who's young and good. I mean, it's Neymar. I think Neymar deserves to be I think he's better than Mbappe. Mbappe is younger for sure, but if you're asking me who I would rather have on my team for this season right now, I would pick Neymar over Mbappe. But I also would never pick Mbappe just because I don't want that drama.
Yeah, I feel it.
But I think Germany comes through in a really, really good game. I think this one could be like a 3-2, 3-3 penalty shootout game. Really.
Yeah.
It's England and France next. Okay, so this is where I think France's luck runs out. I think just the experience plays a factor here. Now, England having Southgate as their manager always puts them at a disadvantage, in my opinion.
But you're missing wing backs of Chilwell and James. So if he wants to play Saka, where do you put him? Because you have Grealish, you have Kane, and you got Mason Mount and Saka. Okay, but he only can play one or the other.
I would start Saka over Grealish every day. I mean, I wouldn't even Jack Grealish. I don't know why he was bought for $100 million. He was good at Aston Villa, but no, at no point in his career has I ever thought he was a $100 million player. So I mean, I think England wins this game. I think they win decently. It's going to come down to guys like Benzema, Mbappe, and I mean how Hugo Lloris plays too for France. I mean, it's going to come down to those veterans for France. I just what worries me about France is their midfield and the age. I mean, I think Tchouaméni is a great player. I think Camavinga is a great player. I just think they're really young, and this is going to be their first World Cup. I mean, like maybe they'll come out and perform amazing, but I just don't think watching Camavinga at Madrid and stuff. I mean, like he's not Paul Pogba. He's not N'Golo Kante yet.
No. Quarterfinal 4 is Belgium versus Portugal.
This one's tough. Ooh, I think that I would probably have to pick Portugal on this one. Ronaldo's gonna get a goal in this game. I feel like it's gonna be rough because I mean, like I said, Kevin De Bruyne is a great player and he commands that midfield so well. I just think that this one's gonna come down to Portugal is going to be able to exploit their weaknesses, and I think Portugal is going to score a fair amount of goals. And I don't know if Belgium can score as many as Portugal can, because I think Portugal's defense is a lot better than Belgium's right now.
Yeah, that's true. Semifinal 1, Argentina versus Germany.
I think the Germans ruined Messi's dream in this one. I think, man, that's tough. That's a really tough one. But yeah, I think Germany pulls it out in a really, really hard fought, close game. I just think Germany has a little bit more talent on the pitch, a little more depth. Argentina is great. I just don't think they have, and especially it's going to be interesting to see how the tournament goes on with, like if someone gets injured or, what happens there. Cause that could, totally shake up everything. But Argentina is, I feel like they're not the gap between guys like Messi and Di Maria in age wise to guys like Julian Alvarez and Lautaro Martinez is just, it's a little bit like if Messi was if they were 2 or 3 years younger and the other guys were 2 or 3 years older, I think that they would be probably the best team in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I just think there's a little bit of age on one side of it and a little bit of inexperience on the other. And don't get me wrong, Argentina could absolutely win this game.
Yeah.
I think Germany pulls it out.
Yeah, on to the last semifinal, England versus Portugal.
It's hard. This is a hard one too because there's I think Portugal gets through. I think Portugal beats England in this. I just don't. It comes down to management for me. I just don't trust Southgate. I don't trust some of the selections he's made in the team. I think that Portugal is going to score some goals in this game, and I just don't know how England's going to respond to that. I think if England scores first, it could change it. But if Portugal gets a goal before them, then I think it's going to get ugly.
Yep. Then onto the big one. Will this be Ronaldo's last game of his career, or will he just go to Manchester United or not return?
I don't know, man. I think that you got to go with Germany in this. I mean, it's going to be a fun one. This would be a really fun final to watch.
So Kai Havertz wins the Club World Cup and the World Cup, so wins both world domestic trophies.
Yeah, I wasn't really thinking about Kai Havertz when I said that.
Just imagine him scoring the winner.
Nah, that would make me upset. I hope anyone but him scores it. I hope Mario Götze scores it again. That'd be fun.
I will buy I can't believe I'm saying this because I'm not buying Havertz jersey, even though because how dog shit he's been.
Mario Götze, could you imagine having 2 World Cup final winning goals?
True, yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. But I don't know. And I think really with this Final Four here, I think it could be any combination of them. You know, I'm not going to say I'm not confident in my picks, but I'm going to say that I wouldn't be surprised if I was wrong in some areas. But yeah, I think Germany's just always so well coached. They play together so well. All of their players are playing at the highest levels across the world. I mean, it's hard to ever pick against Germany in this tournament, really. But yeah, I think Germany pulls this one out and wins the World Cup. Wins their would that be their 4th?
I think so. And onto the who gets bronze. Who gets bronze? Argentina or England?
I think Messi gets the bronze medal. Yeah, I think Messi gets the bronze medal there. I think if he misses out on the final, then he's gonna just come out for blood. And I don't know if England's gonna be able to handle that, especially after if they get beat by Portugal. Like I said, this could be different. It could switch up. I'm not, like injuries are going to play a part in this. But I mean, it's going to be fun. I'm excited. I wish that it was over the summer. I think it's a really weird time. I don't want to, and we're in Cincinnati, so it's going to be freezing cold watching these games. And
yeah, eating our turkey.
Yeah, that's a bummer. But I love all things football, so it's the World Cup's always exciting. There's controversy around this one, and for obvious reasons, but nonetheless, it'll be fun to see another tournament, and hopefully the USA can surprise us and hopefully USA lifts this trophy up. I would love to see. That's what I want, but I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, it should be a good one. I'm excited.
Yes, sir.
One day it'll be fun.
So to end the stream, thanks for coming in, Tyler, and make sure to hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button if you're new, and push a like if you like this video. Until next time, I'll see you next time.
See you, Ben.